Hey guys, Ethan from Sportitude running here, and today I am super excited to bring you some information about the all new Asics Gel Cumulus 25. We have been very lucky here in store to have a sample on our feet and in our hands to give you guys a review, some thoughts, and what we're liking about this new version. Now, first and foremost, what foot type is going to work best in this shoe? If you are someone with a neutral foot type or a mildly supinated to mildly overpronated foot type, this shoe will work really well for you. In the industry, as we see the traditional medial post start to be phased out, we're going to find shoes like this to kind of blur that line between something that is traditionally supportive and a stable neutral shoe. So if you're after something that will keep you supported, or you're not even too sure, you need something that will take an orthotic, something like this will work really, really well for you. Now, if you're wondering how will the Asics Gel Cumulus 25 work for me, where can I fit it in? We found with this shoe, it's perfect for the person who just wants to buy one pair of shoes, something that you can walk the dog in, maybe do some long runs, interval, speed workouts, or even hop in the gym. This shoe is so versatile, it'll work for a lot of people. It's not going to be the most fancy, high-tech, it's not going to make you the most efficient runner out there, but it is something you can honestly put on with confidence every day and trust that it's going to get the job done. Because it is so versatile, it comes in a lot of width options, we are confident on the shop floor we can put it on a lot of feet and it's just going to work well for people. Now let's dive into the nitty-gritty details, what's changed between the 24 to the 25. We'll work top to bottom as we always do, starting with the upper. Now in the 25 we've got an engineered jacquard mesh, which is a slightly different knit to the previous model in the 24. Moving along, they both still have that gusted tongue that we know and love that gives a really great lockdown through the saddle of the foot. Both have an internal heel counter. However, on the new version, we've got a different material on the heel counter. We've seen it work really well previously in some other models, particularly when paired with a technical running sock. It will reduce blistering and hopefully help with some lockdown through the heel to reduce slippage. We still have that same AHAR rubber, noticeably a little bit less of it on the Asics Gel Cumulus 25. Now, I'm sure you might be wondering how that will affect the durability of the shoe with so much exposed foam on the underside of it. It's there just to save a little bit of weight, and we'll see how it goes in the future as we put more and more kilometers into this shoe, but we have seen a lot of success in it in models like the Hoka Clifton. Now, you'll also notice there is no traditional flex grooves through the forefoot of this shoe. We found that it has helped the shoe feel like it isn't going to bottom out as much as it has in the 24. In the 24, we notice that as you tend to get a little bit longer in your runs, you're spending a little bit longer in the shoe, you can notice that outsole and those deep flex grooves in the 24. Whereas in the 25, we haven't got that as much, makes it a little bit stiffer, a little bit more pop when you run, and we think it feels a lot better as you spend a bit more time in the shoe. You don't notice those flex grooves quite as much. We also have that guidance line that sits a little bit more central in the shoe, whereas it's a little bit more focused on the lateral side in the 24. We find it sits a little bit more in the middle, which is probably just due to it being a wider platform, a wider base to aid a little bit more in stability, and it guides you through the shoe and your gait cycle really effectively. Now let's dive into the important part, the part that we love, the moneymaker of the shoe, the midsole. Now there's clearly quite a few differences between the 24 to the 25. One, visually, that you may have seen already, there is no exposed gel in the heel. Now don't worry, there is still some gel in the 25. It is a PureGel pod that sits just under the heel that aids in cushioning under your foot. They've gone away with that exposed gel, but it is still in there. There is also no gel pod in the forefoot anymore, probably due to the fact that it is a new foam. We've got FF Blast Plus in the 25 as opposed to FF Blast in the previous model. This feels like a fairly similar density, but once you get your shoe on your foot, it will certainly feel softer under that forefoot. Now, in conjunction with that new foam, we also have some geometry changes in the midsole that aid in compression. You've got these deeper, wider cutouts through the heel and midfoot, which will aid in compression for a softer landing. They go to shallower through to the forefoot, which will aid in a snappy and responsive takeoff. Now, it is also a wider platform, along with those cutouts in the midsole, which will aid in some stability as well. Now, a quick overview of the stats of the shoe. What has changed? We've got 2 mil more stack in the 25 for 26 and 18 mil in the forefoot and 25 and 17 in the women's. So a slight difference there between men's and women's. We also have quite a difference in weight for 255 grams in a men's and 228 in a women's for a really big weight saving in the newer model. Now, if you are wondering how the Asics Gel Cumulus 25 can fit into your rotation, or you've tried other shoes and wondering what might be similar to this, there's plenty on the market in this space at the moment. A few that we find to be most similar would be the Ghost from Brooks, Wave Rider from Mizuno, the Ride from Saucony, and the 880 from New Balance. So if you've tried any of those previously and enjoyed them, definitely take an opportunity to give the Cumulus 25 a go. So there you have it, all things Asics Gel Cumulus 25. We are a huge fan of this update from Asics. We think it is going to be a really, really good seller in the back end of 2023. It's a great option if you're new to running and you're not sure what to get. Due to the fact that it comes in widths, it is really, really comfortable and it is a great all-round versatile shoe. You can come in, try on, and we believe it's going to be a great option for a lot of people. Even if you can't get into a specialty running store, this is definitely an option you can just give it a crack, see how you go, because we believe it is going to be a really good option. Thanks for watching today. If you want to see any of our other reviews, make sure to click the link up above. If you have any questions, comments, or theories, make sure you drop them down below. I've been Ethan, you've been you, and we'll see you out there.